What is up? What is up, guys? Hopefully, everybody is having a great and wonderful Friday evening. Glad to have everyone on board. We are live and ready to rock and roll tonight. So, again, a couple of shout outs to some people. George Weiss, 5, Wisco Detect. As always, glad to have you in here. Detector Two Guns, my main man. Michael Coley, TN Sharpshooter, Charlie Schimmel, Ohio Fred. Thank you guys for being here. Treasure Terrain, nice to have you in the house. Chris, glad to have you in the house. LC Hunt, Ricky Bennett, glad to have all you guys. Metal Detecting Northwestern Wisconsin, glad to have you as well. We're going to wait a couple of minutes and let some people file in here. PA Digger 62, glad to have you in here. Thank you so much for being here. Lance, always glad to have you, Lance. Appreciate you. Bobby Short, my main man here. Glad to have you, Bobby. Glad to have you in the house. So we are going to have a jam-packed show full of stuff tonight. And we got T and Sharpshooter in the house who's going to be sort of going along with me, and Michael. Bells also as well. Glad to have you in here, Bells. LC Hunt, glad to have you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Bell 2, glad to have you as well. Thank you guys for being here. So hopefully everybody's had a great week. And of course, we are going to be talking a lot about the XP Deus II. We are going to be talking about the update and so on. So those are going to be some of the things that we're diving into tonight. And I know everybody's chomping at the bit to get this update. So we're hoping that it is going to be here very, very soon. Metal Detective Northwestern Wisconsin says, my Deus II SmackDown and Morgan Silver Dollar on Sunday. Some of you may have seen it on the Friendly Metal Detecting Forum. Congratulations, Metal Detective Northwestern Wisconsin. Morgan Silver Dollars, that's awesome, dude. Believe it or not, I don't think I've ever I've dug a peace dollar, but I've never dug a Morgan. So that's a great, great find. Yes, hit that like button. I would appreciate it so much. Thank you, guys. Jay Strongbow, ready to load software. I'm with you, Jay. I'm hoping that it's going to be really, really soon. So let's hope that happens and we get in on the update. Sniff it out. Glad to have you in here tonight. We're just gonna, like I said, we're gonna wait a few minutes and see how many people show up. So hopefully we're gonna have a good crowd tonight. We're going to be going through a couple of things. We are going to be talking again about the update, some things to look out for, so on. And I think you guys are going to enjoy it. 5 says Silver Dollar sounds like a soda can. Yeah, believe me, trust me, I found that out the hard way a couple of times, Silver Dollar. So I know exactly what you mean. Lance McElwain says, my 1943 quarter is my best find of the week. Hey, I'll take a silver over anything, any day and time. Definitely a great way to start your week and to have a piece of silver in the pot, right? So Metal Detect Northwestern, yeah, it was cool. Wisco, Wisconsin says, can't wait to hunt with you, my friend. Metal Detect Northwestern Wisconsin, so good. And T and Sharpshooter says, I got to see something like I like before I hit that like button. Sharpshooter is so rough on me, guys, by the way. Y'all need to get on him. Say, look, you need to hit that like button. Anyway, we love Sharpshooter. He's an awesome guy. Michael Coley, also an awesome friend of mine as well. So we got a few people filing in. And we got a couple things we need to talk about tonight. So the title of this, of course, was naturally XP Deus II. Are we closer? Are we closer to that update? And my guess is yes, we are a lot closer than what we were a few months ago, a few weeks ago, and I think we're on the verge. We're on the closeness of actually hitting that update. So hopefully it's going to happen real soon. And so what the gist of this video is going to be tonight is what do we need to do to prepare for that update, and how do we actually go to some of the things that we need for the update. And I think Sharpshooter's on here, so he's going to be adding in some input. Michael Coley's in here. He's a guy that's very familiar with some of these things as well. So we're going to be looking at those guys to sort of assist us as we go through some of these things. Sharpshooter says 1888 V nickel best find of the week for him. Congratulations, Sharpshooter. I don't even think you told me that, Sharpshooter. So that's awesome. So glad you found that. And a V nickel, we'll take a V nickel any day, anytime. The XP Deus II is just a phenomenal machine. And of course, you guys, I don't know how many of you have seen some of the videos that I've been putting up. I've been sort of trying to get some of you ready for the update as far as the WS6, the regular remote. I am going to be doing some videos on the regular remote as well. And so we got a lot of interesting stuff that we're going to be looking into tonight. Metal Detect in Northwestern Wisconsin says, yep, absolutely. This weekend I'm doing my first club hunt. They have a club in the EAU or Eau Claire, I'm assuming that's how you say it, area called the Three Seasons Treasure Hunt. So good luck, Metal Detect in Northwestern Wisconsin. Hope you find some really, really cool stuff. So we got 33 people in the house. We're shooting for a bigger number, but hopefully we'll get there. And again, we do want to talk a little bit about the update. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I am going to add the stream. Add to the stream. We're going to add the XP website. So you guys can see the XP website here. I'm going to put me down in the bottom corner. Let me get this straight. And what you're seeing, of course, here is the WS6 Master. You see that. And if you are interested in getting to the update, so once the update comes out, how are you going to get there? So let's look at how we would get to the update section of, let me get this straight here for you guys. I know I'm scrolling around a good bit. So again, here we are with the WS6 Master on the main page of the XP Metal Detectors website. So, so what you see here on this page is the XP Metal Detectors website. So if you were to go over here in the bottom right-hand corner, you would see that there is an update sort of an icon right here that says information. But if you click on that, what that's going to do, and you click on the red button, is that is going to take you to the update page. And there's the update page for those of you that don't know how to get to it. So you can see it actually gives you the instructions. And if you click on those instructions, it will pull you up. And this was the 0.71 update. And very good information here as far as how to get to the update. And of course, this is all the information about the 0.71 update. But if you scroll down to the very, very bottom, you see the video with Gary Blackwell, and you will also see how to update the remote control. So I thought a lot of you might be interested in this if you haven't seen this. So this is basically walking you through the steps to update your remote. So if you have the XP Deus II remote or you have the XP Deus II WS6 Master, then these things are going to be things that you're going to want to be familiar with. And I'm going to read through these. You guys can read along with me. But again, launch the update program, which you've got to install the updater. Which I'm going to go back just to show you guys that. But you're going to want to have to install the updater. So let's go back for just 1 second and show you all the updater. So the updater is this right here in this upper right-hand corner. So you're going to want to have that updater installed on your computer. If you have an XP Deus II, you're going to want to have that updater installed on your computer and ready to go when the update comes out. And so once you have the updater on your computer, and by the way, too, they are going to have a Mac version, and they're also going to have a Windows version of the updater. So you definitely want to make sure that the current updater is installed on your computer before you launch the update. But if we click on the actual update, hopefully, they're going to have the instructions just like they did with 0.71. And you can see it says launch the update program, select the Deus II in the top left corner of the update application. And on the remote control, go to options and go to settings and go to update and confirm. And I'm going to show you guys this on the WS6 in just a few minutes. It says use the 3-output USB cable, plug the circular connector to the Deus II remote control and the USB output to your PC. So you're going to plug that cord in. Then the device will start to update automatically once you've selected those things on the updater. So again, you're going to want to make sure that you've got all these things installed. Now, one thing too, if you're doing the WS6, you're going to want to have a single cord, okay? A single cord. And that's the one that you're going to want to connect to your WS6. It is not recommending using the tri-cord or the triple cord for the WS6. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that you have a single USB cable for updating the WS6. So again, you would select the WS6 in the left-hand corner of the update application, which you've installed on your computer. Then you're going to want to go to the cogwheel. You're going to want to select settings. And then you're going to want to hold that button down for 3 seconds. You're going to scroll with the same button and select update by pressing the button for 3 seconds. You're going to want to press the menu button for 3 seconds to confirm. And then again, it will start to update once you've done that. And that's pretty much it. So I wanted to go through some of this because I know a lot of you are getting ready for the update. And I think that some of you may need a refresher course. So definitely go and look at the web page as far as the update settings for either the WS6 or the remote. Now, Sharpshooter said that you're also going to have to update the headphones as well. So, yes. So, but it's really super easy. Just make sure that you got the update installed and make sure that you are following the instructions on how to get to the update setting. So we are going to be looking at all of that as well. So again, I wanted to look at that real quick and sort of show you guys that so you would understand. And hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for some of you that are updating. But you do want to go to the XP Metal Detectors website. And from there, you can find the information that you need to update and just follow the instructions, and hopefully your update goes smooth. And hopefully that update is going to be very, very, very soon. So I wanted to address that. But anyway, let's go back. So what do you guys think? Is everyone ready for the update? I'm assuming everybody is. I know I am. I'm really hoping that they address a lot of things that I've been concerned with as far as the nail issues, dealing with the falsing of iron, dealing with all those things. I'm hoping that all of those things are going to be things that everyone is going to be looking forward to. Sharpshooter says the Big ID option will remain with the newest version. There's a chance General Program will already have a Big ID defaulted to Big ID. So I did not know that. So Sharpshooter is telling me something that is something fairly new. So again, Sharpshooter knows. He's actually been testing the update. So again, he could definitely contribute some of that information. Yeah, so a lot of people want to know if it's going to happen this weekend. I really don't know, and I don't know that Sharpshooter really knows either. And I know some of you guys want to ask him, but right now we really do not know. We feel like it's going to be soon, and we're hoping it's going to be soon. but we really don't know at this point. So again, just stay tuned. But I think you guys are going to be really impressed with with the amount of improvements that they're going to make to the XP Deus II. The XP Deus II is such a great machine at this point that I think anything that we get at this point, it's just going to be a huge improvement on some of the stuff we've already seen. Sharpshooter saying that no purchaser has updated the Yeah, that's right. And Sharpshooter's exactly right. We have not updated the WSA XL or WSA 2 XL headphones or the WSA 2 headphones yet. So this is going to be a little bit different than what we had done in the past because we're going to have to update those two types of headphones. Whereas before, all we had to do was update the WS6. Now we're having to update those headphones as well. So this is going to be a little bit different, guys. So be ready for that and just be prepared because that's going to happen. Jim Active says, Cincy full tones, hoping it becomes what I always thought it could be. And again, I wish I could tell you more about the update, but I really don't know at this point. But I do think that full tones and Cincy full tones definitely are going to see a big improvement with this update. I would love to see a manual ground balance added to the update. Lance said that, which I think it will, if I'm not mistaken. Wild Hair works good as it is, but room for improvement, definitely. There's always room for improvement, definitely, for sure. So I'm going to flip over to my camera real quick, and I'm going to show you guys something that I think you guys will be interested in seeing if you don't already know this. So hang on one second, and we'll flip over to my camera. So here's my camera, and here is the WS6 puck. So for those of you that maybe don't know how to get to the update screen, all you would do in this case is hold down the cogwheel, which is right here. Thank you, Stink Ass Cat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But all you would do is you would hold down the cogwheel here. And of course, what you're going to do is you're going to see the different settings that are in the settings menu. So you can scroll through, and these are the different ones that you have. So let's start with volume is usually the first one that comes up. Your audio type, once you hold it down. Your settings, once you hold it down. Your program, and your pairing. So those are going to be some of the things that you would see on this screen once you hold this cogwheel down. But we want to go to the settings menu. So once you get to the settings menu, all you need to do is hold it down for 3 seconds. And then there's the update. Now, if that doesn't show up on the first, again, you can scroll through on the sub menu. And these are all the different things that you would find in the sub menu of the settings menu. So, but there's the update key, or there's the update screen. So now that we got the update screen in, we're ready to go. And all you would need to do is hold this down again for another 3 seconds. And if you have the updater installed on your computer, then you're good to go with the WS6. So I hope that helps someone. But again, that's pretty much how you get there. And you can start updating your WS6. You would do the same thing with the remote as well. You would go to your options menu. You would hold it down. You would go to settings. You would go from settings to the update. And then from there, just hold it down for 3 seconds. And then you're into the update screen. So that's it. And that's a pretty simple process when you think about it. So hopefully that helps. If some of you have not seen this process, then hopefully what I just did will help you. And if you ever want to go back on your WS6, you just hold the menu key down and it will go back. You can go all the way back to your program or to your main screen. One more time, I'm going to show this to you guys one more time. So you hold down the options key, and then once you do that, you can scroll through the different ones, but you want to use the settings. Okay. And once you get there, you just hold it down again for 3 seconds, and then you get your update screen. And then once you get there, you will hold it down again for another 3 seconds, and it will go to your update as long as you got the updater on your computer or on your PC. So hope that helps. Hope that helps someone. And I wanted to show that to you guys, as that's going to be important moving forward. And hopefully they don't change that, because if they do, I'm in trouble. So hopefully that helps someone. Did that help? Anybody? Did that help? I hope so. Thank you, Stink Ass Cat. You're the man. He says that he doesn't have a dais, but I learn a lot on your live stream and your videos. I appreciate you for that and respect you because you support us and our content creators. So again, I appreciate him for the donation. He gave us a kind donation tonight of $100. So thank you, Stink Ass Cat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And he's a regular too on here, so I really appreciate him showing that as well. So again, thank you so much. So yes, hopefully that helps someone to get to that menu, to get to that screen. And again, that's what we're here for, to share information, to help everyone out, and to help everyone get the things that they need in order to update with this new update. So yes, please hit that like button. That's just some of the things that I love to show and help people out with, is all the new ways to get to maybe this update, which is hopefully coming real soon. So good. Carson Chris says, I'll be putting together my new shaft from Steve Detector's rods when I get home in 5 minutes. Yeah, those Steve Detector's rods look really cool. I've actually held one. They feel great. Even with the counterweight, they really feel good in your hands. So definitely something that I'm interested in. So I'm hoping Steve will send me one of those rods, or maybe I can buy one from him and get a video up about that. So yes, thank you, Detector Two Guns. I appreciate it. But basically what I just showed on the WS6 is the same thing that you would follow with the regular remote to get to the update. And then just make sure that you have the updater installed on your computer, which I don't know, and Sharpshooter might be able to answer this, but I don't know if they're going to update the updater from what they already have. So it might be, they maybe update the updater, make sure that that's installed on your computer, and then go to your remote or your WS6 and make sure that it's hooked up, and then go to the update screen. And basically what I did was I just walked you through to the update screen to help you get to that point. And hopefully that helps. So that was the gist of what I wanted to make sure I got. Yeah, someone trying to that was actually my daughter. I hate to say this, but I put her on hold. She's not going to be happy with me at all. But yeah, that was my daughter calling me. So Lance said, what are we going to do about, oh Lord. Well, Lance, all I can say right now for Calabash is that he's dealing with some family things. Hopefully he's coming back real soon. I think you'll see him on board real soon with some videos, but just be patient with him. Be understanding at this point, because he is dealing with some family stuff. And all I can do is say, tell everybody to say a prayer for him and help him get through this tough time that he's dealing with. But we hope to have Calabash really soon. So Detector Two Guns, yes, update waiting. Yes. So yeah, there's going to be that update's coming. And if I go back to that page, let's go back and let's show you guys one more time. So if you go back to the main page, I'm going to put that back up so you guys can see it. But if you go back to the main page, this is what you're going to see. Exactly. Family's most important. Thank you, Carson Chris. But if you go back to the main page, and you will see the update button or information thing right here in the bottom right hand corner. And if you click on the red area there that says it's free, you can see the different updates that XP has. And hopefully the new one will be up here really, really, really soon for the XP Deus II. So that's where you would go. You can also, let me show you one other way too to get to it. So if you go to the home page or you go back to the XP main page, which looks like this with the WS6 Master, if you scroll down to the very bottom of the screen, you will see, I just want to show you guys this so everybody can get to it when it does happen. You will see underneath support, you will see update. You can click on that as well. And this is what you see for right now. So hopefully that's going to change and we're going to get that update and we're going to be able to update it and just make sure that you click on those things and you're going to get the update that you need. So just wanted to walk through some of those things because, again, I think a lot of us, we haven't done it in a while. I think the last one was 0.71, and I believe that came out in either October or November of last year. So it's been a while since we've done an update. So I wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of those particular things. And so that's the main reason for the video for tonight. So again, Michael brought up a great point. Let's go back to the main screen here. Michael says that don't forget to mention the WSA and WS6 pouch. So Michael sent me a picture of a WSA pouch that you could actually put on your belt or anywhere if you wanted to use that separately to hunt with. And I know Sharpshooter put up a great video today talking about the WSA 2s and the WSA 2 XLs and the WS6. If you haven't checked that video out, go check it out. But again, you could hunt with another pair of headphones. The WS6 and the WSA you could pair together actually, or you could pair two WS6s together in order to maybe have a different set of headphones other than maybe the headphones that came with your system. So there's a lot of neat combinations that you can actually do. And that's one thing that I really, really, really give kudos to XP versus MindLab. MindLab, of course, we're dealing with a headphone fiasco right now that we can't use the Xterra Pro with the new headphones because they don't have those headphones. And so the only way you're going to be able to use those or put headphones up to that machine is either to plug some in or you're going to have to buy Bluetooth wireless control that you plug in and then hook up a pair of headphones to that through Bluetooth. But that's really your only options right now because it's hard to get those the 85s, the ML 85s, and then the ML 105s are the two headphones that pair with the Xterra Pro for those of you that have the Xterra Pro. So, yeah, so Jim Active says, maybe I will practice on the 7.1. Funny thing is I hear a lot of peeps who thought the original software was the best so far, but you can't get it anymore. That's right. But the 0.71 and the 0.7 are really good updates. And of course, that brought you the big numbers on your remote and on the WS6. So therefore, it is, to me, one of the better updates. So if you haven't installed those two, you definitely need to do it, or just simply wait for the new one because it's coming out. I think somebody was on here too just a few minutes ago saying that the general program might have as a default the big numbers for the remote and the WS6, but I'm not totally sure on that. Jay Strombo says, yeah, go to the information. We'll drop down on the left. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. Wisco, Calabash bird videos are great. I watched a few of them now. Yeah, Calabash is doing a great job on those bird videos, but we sure do miss him. And I hope he'll come back. And I hope he's watching this video tonight and realizes that, I miss him. I can tell you guys that. So hopefully it'll be soon. Yeah, Jim Agnew brought up a great point. Don't forget, there's a Deus One update. So for those of you that are still Deus One users, there's a Deus One update. There's a Deus One update out there. I'm reading some of the comments. Some of these comments are funny. 5 says yes, TM for the side jack video. Yes, definitely. And if you haven't watched that video, check it out. It's really good. Dirt Devil says, sent you an email a while back about a cuff stand I designed. Want to send one to you in Calabash to evaluate. Scott Mental Metal is using one and seems to like it. Yeah, Dirt Devil, send me another email and I'll be glad to take a look at it. And I'll be glad to use it too as well. Sharpshooter says, Ohio Fred, folks will select the WSA headphones in the menu when selected the version software, just like you selected the RC of the WS6. And that's what we just talked about. So when you're updating, you are going to get another option there to update those WSA headphones as well. So look out for that as they are coming very, very soon. Detective 2 guns, the WSA 2s are the best here in the South. They don't sweat you to death. That's right. And I have mainly the WSA 2XLs, and I've got a pair of WSA 2s coming to use out on the beach. Of course, I do some beach hunting during the summer, so I don't want to be sweating to death too. So Detective Guns is exactly right. Janice Summers says, how long in your opinion? Days, weeks, months? I think weeks, maybe possibly days, but I would think within the next few weeks. So let's hope, Janice. And I appreciate you being on here. I think this is the first time I've seen you, but thanks for being here. But I think maybe next week, maybe the following week. I think it's somewhere in that time frame. They just want to make sure that they got everything ironed out and they got everything good to go before they release it. And I respect that. And I'm willing to wait as long as they make sure it's right. I think all of us are going to be extremely happy with what we see from XP, because when they release an update, it's usually a good one. So stay tuned, definitely. Ohio Fred says, thanks, TN Sharpshooter, first time XP user, WS6 Master, usually run the Mind Lab, right? And Ohio Fred has asked some really good questions. In fact, he had a great question about tone breaks and that kind of stuff the other day, and Sharpshooter and I were both on it. And we hope to have some more stuff up here for you, Ohio Fred, real soon. Sharpshooter says, you are welcome. Fred Bell 2 says, mine came with the .06. I used it for a while, got used to it. It was going to update and heard that the new one you're talking about, so I decided to just wait for it. Right. And, 0.6, the only thing with 0.6, the silencer's not quite as good, and you don't get the big numbers. So just be aware of that, Bell 2. But if you're waiting for the new update and you've dealt with 0.6 to this point, that new update, hopefully, we're hoping is going to be in the next few weeks. Maybe. I don't know, and I could be totally wrong, but I'm hoping next week or the following week, sometime in that range. We'll see. We'll just got to wait and see. Make it work. Says, I've heard it before. Crying Wolf. Yes. Janice Summers just subscribed. Wisco Detect says. And Dirt Devil Detective says, as long as the iron falsing is fixed, I'll be a happy camper. We're always going to deal with iron falsing, Dirt Devil Detective. I hate to tell you that, but I do think that this machine is going to help with some of those issues. I'm not saying you're not going to dig any iron ever again, because God knows we all dig iron. It's just part of life, unfortunately, because of the halo effect and the mineralization in the soil and so on. All those different types of things are going to play a role in that. So Sharpshooter says, recommend you do a live stream meeting after the first full day of release to see if folks are having problems. Sure, yeah, and Sharpshooter's exactly right. I do plan on doing a live stream the day after or even the day of the update, just to, if I can help anybody or if Sharpshooter can help anybody, then we're going to be on here to try to help as many people as we can to help them get adjusted to this update, and hopefully that helps. So again, we're going to do the best we can. We're here to help as much as we can. So look forward to that update coming real soon. Metal detecting Northwestern. My buddy is still using 0.6. He is afraid to lose his edge. Well, if it's working for him, that's fine. But I'm telling him, the 0.71 update was a good update. This next update is going to be even more. And for some of us, we may even have to go back and learn a few things. So just be prepared for that. But it's all going to be good, I believe. And I think that everyone's going to be extremely happy with this update. Alabama Digger says, hope you just make a video of you updating yours and the different sets of headphones you have. Right. And I have the XL2s. I have the WS6, and of course I have my remote. So I'm going to try. Now, granted, I work during the week, but I am going to try to put up some videos showing the update process, and I'll do the best I can to show that. And hopefully maybe Sharpshooter and some others on here will follow suit in showing that update process. Paul Stanhope says, I just got my XP Deus II tonight, going to learn the XY screen first. Would that be a good way to start from the UK? Cheers. XY screen's awesome. It really does help you to make some of those decisions of a dig or not dig. I really don't use the XY screen that much. I hate to say that, but I have used it out on the beach. Not relic hunting quite as much, but definitely on the beach. It can definitely help. So, definitely. Chris says, I agree with Sharpshooter. Yes, we will do that. Definitely. Sharpshooter says, got my XP. Yes, that would be a great idea to use that to start off with. And we just answered that. Yes. Sharpshooter is the man. XY screen is right. And that's what I just said too. When I'm relic hunting, I don't use it quite as much. If I'm on a beach hunt, yes, I will flip over to an XY screen program, and I will check my targets just to make sure. So Carson Chris says the Steve rod is done. Oh my God, it feels so good. No weight, full balance. Yeah, it does. And I got to swing one of those at Dig Stock when I was there with the XP team, and we did. I mean, it felt phenomenal. It felt really good. So again, Steve's rods, kudos to the way you designed that and to being able to distribute the weight the way that you did is really cool. So again, I think they did a great job on the shaft. So all right, so that's a little bit about the XP Deus II update. And again, I walked y'all through on the WS6, just showing you how to get to the update screen, which I'm going to put a video up with that, sort of walking you to the update screen as we get closer and closer to the update. I hope everybody will tune in. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, definitely do that. I would greatly appreciate it. And that will be awesome. Also, too, I am trying my best to update some of my cameras and some other things too. So if you do feel the need to give a super chat or a super thanks like Stink Ass Cat did tonight, which we greatly appreciate it, then please feel free to do so tonight. I would greatly appreciate that as well. So again, we've talked about the XP Deus II update. I've also been putting up some videos with the Nocta Macro Legend. I know a couple of people on here have the Legend and are interested in it. So I'm trying to put up some videos showing the Legend. Was really impressed with the Legend. I used it out on the beach this past weekend and really performed really well. I've got all the different types of coils. I have the LG30. I have the LG24, I have the LG28, and I have the 6-inch coil for the Legend. And, it did really great out on the beach. And if you haven't already, check out Detecting Clay. That is my main affiliate. And he's got some super deals on the Legend right now. So if you click over there, I think he's got a few at $4.99. That's with the wireless headphones. So if you are interested in a Legend, if you're someone that's new here and you're just starting out metal detecting, then check out Detecting Clay. and order a metal detector from him, and he can give you a good deal. So be prepared for that. So thank you, Bell, too. Thanks for everything. I appreciate it. Jim Agnes says, by the way, been trying out the mono program in heavy iron, reactivity 5 and pitch tones, goose the sensitivity. Yes, it definitely does. And that was something that we tried out just recently and had great success with, running it at 40 kilohertz. In fact, I think I even bumped mine down to 37.4 and running the reactivity up to 4 and running that silencer down to 0. Now, I'm not sure how the update's going to impact some of that. So be prepared for some of that stuff to change. But I do think that we're going to be able to find some targets, maybe possibly that we missed in the iron. So with this update, if this update proves to be, it's waiting, or it's salt. Let's just put it that way. So yes, Jay Strombo says the Legend is a solid machine. It is for, I even think Big Boys Hobbies is running it for $3.99 for a Legend without the wireless headphones, $4.99 with the wireless headphones from Detecting Clay, $5.99 I believe for the Pro Pack. Now remember, those deals are not on the ones with the graphite shaft and the new arm cuff. So and the new LG30. So you're getting the older model, but you can upgrade if you like. But again, just keep those in mind. If you are looking at a Legend and you're thinking about buying one at $3.99, $4.99, or $5.99, just remember that those deals are without the newer version. If you do buy the one for $5.99, I think the regular one for $5.99 with the wireless headphones does have the carbon graphite shaft if you're looking that way. But just double check before you order and make sure that you're getting the newest version if you want the newest version. If you want to buy the older version and buy it at a cheaper rate, then the $3.99 and $4.99 versions are really, really awesome. And for that price, it's a no-brainer, guys. I mean, it's a multi-frequency detector. It's waterproof. You can hunt in the water. You can do all those things. It's got a lot of nice features on it. For $499 with wireless headphones, it's a really good machine. It's one of the best machines out there for multi-frequency in that price range. So definitely check that out. Make It Work says, I'm very impatient about the update. Dave says, but hey, we're all that way. Make It Work. So we're hoping that update's coming really, really, really soon. Michael Coley says, can anyone recommend a good sounding pair of earbuds for the Deus II with the jack plate? Michael, I think Sharpshooter actually showed a very nice pair of Sony headphones that you could actually use with that jack plate. So you might want to go check out that video that Sharpshooter put up, which is, he just put it up, I think, maybe 3 or 4 hours ago, Sharpshooter, I believe. So go check out that video, but also too, you could buy some cheaper ones too, but I don't believe the ones he showed were that expensive. So Jim Actor says, if you get the earbuds, make sure it's an inline volume. Definitely. Mental Metal, glad to have you in here, buddy. We just talked about the update. I walked through how to get to the update screen with the WS6. Told everybody to be prepared for the update. I know you've done a video, so some of y'all might want to check out my main man, Mental Metal. He put up a great video the other day, just mentioning some things to get prepared for. Remember, too, guys, and this is something, too, that XP has told us, and maybe some of you may not know. If you're going to be updating your WSA2 XL headphones, and you're going to be charging those headphones, do not use the 3-way cord, okay? Use a single individual cord. I don't know the reasoning behind it, but apparently it might mess those headphones up. So use a single cord when you are charging the WSA2 XL headphones and you are updating too. They sort of state that you need to use a single cord. So be prepared for that. Yeah, Jay Strombo says, Scott, you old dog. Mental Metal, we were so happy to have Mental Metal on board last weekend. Mental Metal was awesome, and he gave a great interview. And we're going to have Mental Metal back on, too. We might even have Mental Metal back on after this update. So I look forward to having Scott on here with me again. He did a fantastic job, and he's one of my main guys. I love watching his stuff, and I really appreciate him, but just a super, super nice guy. So if you haven't checked Scott's channel out, go do that. But we're glad to have Scott in the house with us tonight. And Ralph Rosema says, hey, Scott. So again, so happy to have him in here. Let's go to Texas. It tells you during the update to use the single cord. Exactly. So definitely make sure that you are using the single cord with the update and with the charging of these headphones, these other headphones, even the WS6, I think it says that you need to update with a single cord. So definitely make sure that you're doing that. My man, Surfside Dan, says he will have the GPR next week with the new elliptical antenna. Oh, wow. So Surfside Dan and I have been using a GPR on one of my old sites, and I'm looking forward to maybe taking that GPR back out to that site and possibly finding some other stuff that maybe we missed. So I'm really looking forward to working with Surfside Dan. That's going to be good. Lance says, "What am I? I don't know about Paystreak. I've never communicated with Paystreak that much, but I do have some great guests lined up. Some guys that you guys are going to be fascinated with when they do come on, which I've got the month of May sort of planned out. This is really one of my only, I believe, one of my only few solo shows that I've got for the month of May. So I do have some great guests coming up. So y'all definitely want to check out the live stream as we are bringing some great guests on board. Yeah, Jay says that Scott is a software wizard, man. Yes, love having Scott on here. He was awesome. And he said, thanks, man. Enjoyed it. Yes, they are going to have a Mac compatible updated version, which that's why I said whenever you go to update your machine, make sure you install the latest updater, which will be on XP's website. So look for that coming through. Does making the mistake ruin them? Apparently it does. Now, I have charged mine with the three-way cord before and nothing happened, but apparently there's something there, which I don't know what it is, but I've just listened to them and I haven't charged them again with the three-way cord. I've always charged them separately. And if you do the update, you definitely want to use a single cord to do that. Yeah, I need to have Paystreak come on. What am I going to ask Paystreak? That's the thing. So I don't know. So there we go. Hey, Steven, my friend, Southern Relics. He's actually also in South Carolina. He has Southern Relics as his name, but his is Southern Relics 864. Mine's Southern Relic Adventures. So super nice guy. Glad to have you on here. Detective Two Guns, thank you so much for being in here. Lance says all you got to do to get Paystreak is offer eggs. Lance, you're bad. Yes. Mental Metal, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Glad I can offer some help. Mental Metal, Sharpshooter says if a person tries to pair older WSA with updated WS6 or RC, you will get a prompt in WSA or RC Windows saying update headphones. So Sharpshooter wanted you to know that, Mental Metal. Metal Detecting with the CZ Kid, evening all. Three-way cord will not charge the headphones. Either one. Think the current drop is too low to maintain an adequate charge for the headphone battery. So that's from CZ Kid. But CZ Kid, I know I charged my WSA 2XLs with that. Now they may not have charged, which maybe I just didn't know it. But I know I have charged them with that. So again, be prepared. Just be ready. Get a single cord out. Do it that way. That's all I'm telling you. Make sure that you update the updater on your PC before the update happens. or before the update or before you try to update. And then also to make sure that you know how to get to the update screen on your remote and on your WS6, which I told you guys I'm going to release a video showing how to get to that screen, and hopefully that helps some people as well. Yeah, so apparently you and I did the same thing. They did not charge. I thought they were charging metal detecting with the CZ Kid, and apparently they weren't. So, yes, sharpshooter would be a good guess. Yes, he likes being mysterious. Have y'all noticed that about sharpshooter? But love to have sharpshooter on board. I'm glad he's here tonight to be in the chat with us as well. Sharpshooter says my three-way cord charges all WS6, RC, and coil. Yeah, they'll charge the WS6, but there's a problem with the WSA 2s and the WSA 2 XLs from what XP has been telling us. So again, that's the information from XP. Metal Detecting with CZ Kid says hello at Wisco Tech. Wisco Detect says, I charge mine just fine with the three-way. I just don't update with the three-way. Yeah, and that's, I don't know. I'm following what XP's told me. So you guys, that's up to y'all. If you want to take that risk and do it, then do it. But I'm just saying what XP sort of said, use that single cord, especially when doing the update. And I've done the same thing when charging as well. I just charge them separately. Sharpshooter says that he will be available to help folks. He said, Sharpshooter, he says, my face won't help. It might hurt. So, but Sharpshooter is a great source of knowledge. Sharpshooter has a lot of valuable information that he shares. And if you guys haven't checked out his channel, definitely do so. Super, 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 super nice guy and full of knowledge for all of us that are XP Deus II users. And Sharpshooter is awesome. So CZ Kid says sometimes you can hear Sharpshooter breathing through his nose. It may not be straight. Sharpshooter's a great guy, guys. Bells, who you calling old Jay? that's what Bells said. Hey, and I have met Bells. Bells is she's young, by the way. Jay Strombo, I got 7 years on Sharpshooter. And Dirt Devil detecting like Calabash with birds, Sharpshooter shooting groundhogs. And Mental Metal says, much respect for T and Sharpshooter. And again, Sharpshooter is awesome. And I'm so happy to have him with me. He and I are really good friends. And we share a lot of interesting talks. I wish some of y'all could be in. Maybe one day what I ought to do is just live stream a talk between me and Sharpshooter. I think some of you would appreciate that talk. It's just interesting, but he's a great guy, very informative, and shares a lot of information with me as well. Carson Chris says, I've heard XP won't warranty if you use the wrong charger. Well, I haven't heard that, but I don't know. If they've said, hey, don't use that, then I would say, hey, don't use it and don't get your warranty voided. But again, that's information that they passed along. So I've tried to follow through with it. I have 2 pairs of WSA2 XL headphones, and I charge all of those headphones individually. So, yes. Sharpshooter says it will be interesting to hear folks' comments on the update performance. And like I said, I know Sharpshooter knows a lot, but I hope that we see a lot of the things that a lot of you are wanting in this update. I do have communication with XP, but not the way that Sharpshooter does. And I hope to see some really cool things coming out of this update. And I think we're all going to be happy with the update. I really do. So Surfside Dan says, tell Sharpshooter I have some popcorn Sutton moonshine to share with him if he comes to South Carolina. There you go. There you go. T and Sharpshooter. So BK, beach detecting and bottle caps like most. Yeah, and one thing, and we haven't really talked about this tonight, but one thing that I think a lot of people are really interested, especially with the summer upcoming, is how this thing's going to perform on the beach. And I think you are going to see some really good things from it on the beach. Hopefully, maybe a little more depth, maybe a little more clarification on ID and that type of thing. I'm hoping those are going to be the types of things we see out on the beach. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Bells, so much. Yes, I appreciate that so much. Bells is just an awesome supporter. We really appreciate her, and she's always here every night, ready to contribute. So yeah, I'm gonna do an update review. I know Sharpshooter's probably gonna have some videos out real soon. Whenever this update does happen, if it does happen anytime soon. But Sharpshooter's probably going to have some things out. I'm going to try to put some things out and show you guys the best possible content that we can show you with this update. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So Sharpshooter says, no, update vid's done yet, and for good reason. I want to show actual version number and screen, not beta version. Right. So Sharpshooter will have some stuff out real soon, and just be prepared, and check him out. Check my channel out. Check Calabash's channel out, and hopefully you're going to see some of the really cool things that this update's going to do in that. So I thought one thing I wanted to show you guys was some things that some of you may want to see. But we're going to do some finds. I haven't shown a couple of my finds, and I think you guys will appreciate it. These are some of the finds that I really, really, really am very, very proud of. But I'm going to show you a couple of finds that I've found. A couple with the Equinox, a couple with the XP Deus II. But both great machines. MindLab makes an awesome machine. So I thought I might show y'all some of these finds and show you some of the things that I like a lot, So hopefully you'll like them too. So let's look at this first one. We're going to put this up. And this is a VMI cadet button, which you guys can see there. And I actually found this with the Equinox. Calabash and I were together. And it's probably one of my more memorable finds as well. So this is a cadet VMI button, and it is Civil War period, and it's in really, really good shape. But one of my more favorite buttons that I have found, and you just don't see these here in South Carolina. So again, that's a VMI cadet button. Yes, thank you, Michael. And here's another button. This is and it's got so much gold gilt still left on it. Let's see there we go. This is a South Carolina button, and I dug this button just like the way that it looks. Yes, this is a South Carolina Confederate button, and it came out with a lot of gold gilt on it. And I thought I'd show you guys this button as well, which is one of my favorites, probably one of my best as far as the condition of it. But look at the gold gilt still left on that button. And this is a Civil War South Carolina button, which you guys, very nice gold gilt South Carolina button. Another one of my favorites is this one, which this one isn't in as good a shape as that South Carolina button. Let me get it to focus. See if we can get it to focus. There we go. Right. This is a North Carolina Hillsborough Academy button. And this one, there we go. This one isn't as good a shape as that South Carolina button, but still had a lot of gold gilt on it. Another Civil War button. but one of my favorite finds. Pretty rare button as well. So I thought I'd show you guys this North Carolina Hillsborough Academy button. But super nice button. And then this one is the one this was the first piece of silver that I ever dug with the XP Deus II. And it is a Spanish half real. And if you notice, if I can get it to zoom in, it's sort of hard. If you notice this, it's got a iron spot down at the bottom. It's a 1785 Spanish half real, right? And this button, or this coin actually had a piece of iron nail bonded to it. And the XP Deus II picked this coin out, even with a piece of nail that had bonded to the silver. Yes. So that's what really made me realize that the XP Deus II was doing something really, really special when it dug this with that iron bonded to this Spanish half real. And there you guys can see it. But also one of my favorite coin finds. I do have a Spanish 2 reals, not as in good a condition as this, but this is what really sold me on the XP Deus II was when I dug this Spanish half real with that iron bonded to it. So yes. Yeah. CZ Kid says, wow, 200 years later, I had graduated from high school. Who knew? So, but I just thought I'd share some of my finds. I know I talk a lot of stuff, and you guys maybe have seen my videos. Maybe you haven't, and you didn't know about some of the finds that I found. So good night, Lance. Have a good one. We're getting ready to sign off here in just a few minutes. But I did want to show you some of those finds. I've got another cool one too that I think you guys will appreciate. And I like all kinds of stuff too. This is a really cool find. I'm sorry I got up, but I'll show you all this. So when I'm out metal detecting, it's always nice to come across some Indian artifacts too. So this is a Indian arrowhead that I found while I was out metal detecting. Get a load of that. Yeah, and I've got a couple of different military buttons from some military schools too. Carson Chris just said this. He has a Harvard military button at 1860 stage stop. Yeah, started in the 1900s. But anyway, yeah, it's amazing what you find metal detecting. Sometimes you find, other things too, like Indian artifacts, right? Yes, thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. And you guys know I'm a history lover, and stuff like this just really gets me fired up. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. Stuff like this really gets me fired up. This is also another interesting find too. I wanted to share with you guys, and this is something you don't see every day. And this fooled a lot of people at first. So, how many of you guys know what that is? Do y'all know what that is? Of course, the pin is broke in it, but you guys can get a look at it. How many of you guys know what that is? So when I dug this, bullet maker, exactly. So when I dug this, Calabash was actually with me. A clothespin. Sharpshooter says a clothespin. So when I dug this, Calabash was actually with me, and I almost threw this away because I didn't know what it was. I never seen one before. And here it is, and you can see it good there. But when I dug this, we thought that it was a pair of wire cutters. I mean, that's what it looks like, right? So it had a steel or iron pin that went right here, which you guys can see. But if you open it up, and when I found it, I couldn't open it up; it was frozen. But when I opened it up, I realized what it was. And this is a pistol ball maker. It's actually I'm not sure, but I think it's for a Colt 45. Yeah, small caliber pistol. And I had never seen one of these before. And just a really, really, really cool find. And you just don't see these very often. Um, and I also wanted to show you guys this. I'm moving around. But it again is a pistol ball maker. So you made pistol balls out of this. And of course, it was hinged together like that, which you guys can see. Yes, very nice find because you got to remember, and this came off of a Civil War camp. And you got to think that the soldier that lost this, I mean, he probably was struggling, going like, "What the heck? I don't have a way to make pistol balls anymore." But anyway, that's a bullet mold maker. Thought I'd show you guys that. And then this was another interesting find found on the same site. And I thought I'd show you guys that too. Does anybody know what that is? I thought it was a lantern piece when I first dug it. Does anybody know what that is? Surfside Dan says a nutcracker. Very good. Keith Nixon is on the ball. Right. It is a tompion. And for those of you that don't know what a tompion is, a tompion, let me change this real quick. A tompion is for an 1853 Enfield rifle. So what you're seeing here, screwed into the end of the rifle to keep them from getting water in that rifle. And so it had a piece of cork that went along this side. Now, the interesting thing about this tompion is that you'll notice that it is bent. Right. So because it's bent, this means that whoever fired this rifle fired it with the tompion still in the rifle, which just makes it really cool. And I didn't know what it was at first, but this is made out of solid brass. But it's just a really cool piece. And it's from an 1853 Enfield rifle. The Enfield rifle, for those of you that don't know, was made in Great Britain and sold to the Confederacy during the Civil War. And of course, it would have had this piece that's screwed into the end to protect it from getting water down the barrel and getting rust on it. So I just thought I would share some of those things because these are some things that you just don't really see that often. And that, again, that's an 1853 Enfield Tompion, which I think is really cool. So again, and I do have, Ohio Fred says cannon pieces. I do have some grape shot that I have found from a Confederate battery. Yes, it did sound wicked in the ground. And the funny thing was that we had passed over that target with the Equinox, and finally I decided to dig it. But there it is, the Tompion, and it's bent because they fired with it. Yes. Old Dominion metal detecting says smuggled into Savannah by my great grandfather. And he's probably right. A lot of these things were smuggled in by the runners that would try to, or the blockade runners that would try to outrun the Union blockade that were around South Carolina and Georgia. So yeah, he's probably right. Yes. Thank you, Carson Chris. Very cool find. Just some unique things that you just don't see very often. And I thought I would share those things with you guys. British cotton merchant. All right. Yeah. So he was probably bringing in goods and things. So, all right. Well, guys, it's getting about that time. It is almost 8:40, 8:41 right now. Yes. Yeah. Jay Strombo says, I found a shoe buckle on the side of the road. Guy's mistake for cans almost 50 years ago. Right. And I have left some targets in the ground that I thought were cans, and they turned out to be silver coins in some instances too. Calabash can attest to that. If he were here, he would. Right. And I'm a big Civil War person, Aaron. I found tons and tons. In fact, most of the artifacts that you guys see behind me are Civil War artifacts related, but there are some colonial. I love colonial artifacts. I love Civil War artifacts. I love old bottles. Yes, I love all of those things. So, again, I just wanted to go over the update stuff tonight just to tell you guys, make sure you go to the website, get familiar with the update things that they have on there. Make sure that you've got the current updater whenever they release it, which it will be available for Mac and for Windows if you haven't done so already. But I don't believe they've updated the updater yet, which is crazy. Update the updater. But anyway, you will need to do that. You will need to make sure that you have all the proper cords. You will need to update the headphones separately when you do your update. And then also too, you got to be able to get to the update screen on your WS6 or with your XP Deus II remote. What I walked through tonight was the same procedure that you would use on the remote. You would go to your options menu, you would hold it down, go to the settings, hold the settings menu down, go to the expert screen on settings, and then you would go to the update screen and then hold it down to enter yourself into the update screen or the update mode so you can update your remote, your WS6, and they walk you through on how to update the headphones. So just be prepared for those things. I do think that this update's coming soon. That's all I can tell you at this point. I hope it's going to be next week. I do not know anything. I don't think even Sharpshooter knows anything, but just be prepared to update this machine as it comes through over the next maybe the next week, next couple of weeks. Hopefully, it's going to happen soon, and I think you guys are going to be pleased with it. So I know that they're addressing some of those things, or I hope that they're addressing some of those things. I won't say I know, but I hope that they're addressing some of those things, and you guys will get some of the things that you guys have been wanting. So, and I know some of the things that I'll be wanting. Yes, 100% charge. I would go ahead and do that too. So once you find out that that update is being released, please make sure that everything is fully charged. I think it'll make your update go faster and smoother. You don't want to update and then the damn, I shouldn't say then the damn thing, but then the thing doesn't die during the middle of the update. So again, make sure it's ready, good to go, and so on. Again, we've got a lot of things going on. I've got a lot of videos, maybe this month. Brad, I really think it is going to be in the next couple of weeks. I would not think it's going to be drug out any longer. I hope not, but I could be wrong. But I don't think so. Hopefully, it's going to be sooner than later. Wisco Detect, thanks detectors for coming out. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. If you're new here tonight, please hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate that. Hit the notification bell for the next time we have a video that comes up. That would be great. We got a lot of cool stuff prepared for the channel. I got a lot of really good guests that I'm going to have on in the coming weeks. I think you guys will appreciate, and I know a lot of you guys are going to know who these guests are, and you're going to be wanting to get in here to see this live stream with some of these guests. So I do have some great guests coming real soon. over the next few weeks as we head towards the summer months. Get out there, detect. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And again, hopefully I didn't bore anybody tonight. I tried to just basically go through some of the update stuff and let you guys know what's happening. Be prepared. The update is coming. Make sure you're familiar with all those things. Have all the necessary cords. Have the updater installed. Go to your update screen. Make sure you know how to get to that stuff. And look for videos coming from me too. I'm going to show that on video for the WS6 and the RC. So you will see both of those videos coming on how to get to that update screen. So when that does happen, then all you have to do is click on my video and watch it and take you straight to the update screen. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Stink Ass Cat, for your donation tonight. Anybody else that chooses to donate, I would greatly appreciate it. All the money goes back towards the channel, cameras, all the different stuff. It costs me $50 a month for the StreamYard, which is what I'm using right now. And again, all this stuff does cost money, but I appreciate it so much. I try to do the best I can. Thank you, Chris. He said your live streams are always fantastic. Hey, I just try to spit the knowledge out there and let you guys know what I'm seeing and try to help people out. That's what this channel is all about. And I love showing off the things that I find and showing my hunts. So, and we are going to be out hunting probably a lot more on the beach than Relic. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to be getting out there. And when this update comes out, we're going to be getting out there and hunting even more. To try to show what this update is really capable of. I can't wait to go back to some of my old spots and check this update out and see how much of an improvement it is. So, and you guys should do the same too. I can promise you that. Guys, it's been great. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to seeing you guys next Friday night. We're going to be staying on a schedule. Friday night, 7:30. Tell your friends. Bring more people in here. The more the merrier. I love sharing information. We got a great knowledgeable group, and it's going to be a great time, especially with this update on the horizon. So stay tuned. Get ready. The update is coming. Hope to see you guys soon. Have a great weekend, and I'll check you guys soon on the next adventure. Take care, guys.